How you doing, coaches? My name is Toby Jacobi. I'm the head strength coach at Charleston Southern University, and I'm going to talk today about developing an off-season strength and conditioning program. Why I think it's very important that you have a solid off-season strength and conditioning program is very simple. You are setting the building blocks for your next season. You are developing your team physically and mentally in the weight room, on the field when you're doing your running, and it's very, very important that you get a good plan together so you can make the gains, make the progress that you need to make so you can be successful in the fall. What we're going to talk about are really three things that go along with our off-season strength and conditioning program. We're going to talk about our strength training, we're going to talk about our speed development and our conditioning program, and we're going to talk about our pre-hab program. I'll go into depth and detail as far as all our programming for all our players and really talk about a lot about that. As far as our strength training, I'm going to talk about our speed development, our conditioning drills, how we implement them, when we implement them with our players, and then also I'll go through our pre-hab program where we talk about our functional movement screen, how we do the testing, and then the program that we use for after we get our testing results from our players. First thing we're going to talk about is our strength training. Charleston Southern, we believe that everybody's different. Okay, I think it's very imperative that you come to the realization that what works for a fifth-year senior on the football team who trained all the way through high school and has been training for 4.5 years is not going to work for a first-year freshman coming into college. So what we have to do and what we do in our program is we have different training levels based around their strength training history and how strong they are. Our level one is our basic program. It's for the players who are brand new to our program, that whether, especially in the off season, if it's a transfer in or it's a walk-on, it's one of those young men, that's what the program they will be placed in. Really, it's focusing on technique and developing general physical preparedness. In my in-season presentation on the earlier DVD, I talked about that programming at length. That is the programming we will basically use with those guys. It'll be a little bit different than our season, but pretty much it'll be that program. Our level two, this is our most commonly used level. These are for our guys who have been through level one. They've done it. Typically, again, like I said, they do it during the season, so they don't have to worry about doing the off season. So they're already into level two once they get in there. This really is, again, reinforcement of technique. Again, we will coach it constantly, but they've gone through that whole technical progression in our first level, and then really focusing on strength and power gains in the weight room. One big thing that we do is with our level two guys is we use what's called linear periodization, high reps, low weight, working our way down to low reps, high weight. This allows, again, us setting ourselves up with the building blocks to be able to use more advanced things later on down the road. And then finally, our level three, this is for our players who are strong, have a strong training history, have been lifting for a while. This is, we will use what's called a conjugated method of periodization. I've kind of tweaked it for us, and we will use dynamic effort type movements in our program. So the speed work, we'll use accommodating resistance with chains. We may use bands as well, depending on what we